Welcome to Cooking with Miss O. Let's join Mary Beth Oxendine in the kitchen as she teaches you how to cook Southern style healthy.
Welcome to Cooking with Miss O. I just want to thank y'all for watching us today, and we have some guests on. And Molly's been on with us before, but Molly has grown, and I'm getting worried. Before she's 12, she'll be taller than me, right, Molly? And Gus, our other good friend, who is really part of this show all the time now, so I can't say he's just a guest, you know. But we're going to do something really different today. When I was growing up, we did leftovers, and Gus, what did y'all call yours?
We called ours hodgepodge.
And that's what it really is, isn't it?
It's just hodgepodge.
You're just cleaning out the refrigerator.
Whatever is left
right.
in the refrigerator, you put it in there
right.
and see how it comes out. But it's always good.
It is, isn't it?
And a lot of times this stuff's been in there in the refrigerator for a couple of days, so it's got a little bit more flavor to it.
That's exactly right. I have learned that from eating leftovers.
Yes.
That sometimes the better taste is 2-3 days later.
Yes.
And if it's in the refrigerator, it's still safe, everybody, okay? But so today, we are doing a historical salad that everybody probably knows about, and you've heard about it too, Cobb salad.
Cobb
right?
salad.
Well, when I first heard Cobb salad, somebody said that this restaurant has Cobb salad. I thought it was a corn on the Cobb salad.
Yes, that is what most people think. It really is, but it's not at all.
It's not at all.
Not at all.
And actually, it has nothing to do with corn on the cob. What is? You read what I read. What is? Why is it Cobb?
Well, it's according to where you want to start, but back in the 30s, the story goes that Howard Cobb, who owned the Brown Derby restaurant in Los Angeles, California, I think everybody remembers that. It looked just like a Brown Derby hat. All the movie stars and people would go there. So Howard Cobb, who owned the Brown Derby restaurant, he goes in it one night when it's about to close and he's tired but he's hungry. So he goes in there and he gets his head chef and what was his head chef?
Robert Kress.
Robert Kress. Robert Kress was his head chef. He gets Robert to fix him up a hodgepodge, if you will, of what was left over for the night. And voila, he put it together. And lo and behold, we have the Cobb salad that comes from the Brown Derby restaurant in Los Angeles from back around the 1930s.
That's exactly right. And the one thing he did was by 1937, the restaurant chef, head chef, which was Kress, he decided to name it the Cobb salad and use it regularly in their restaurant.
Yes.
And he named it after the owner.
After
yes.
the owner.
Now there's been several, we looked up everything. I love doing this. I've talked to the Drake Hotel in Chicago. They were precious.
Yes.
They were really sweet.
And we have been led to believe
Yes.
that, tell them about where the Brown Derby originated, not in Los Angeles.
No, New York City. And the other thing is, there was some suspicion that the restaurant at Drake Hotel, which opened the year before the Drake Hotel opened up, which if y'all haven't ever heard of the Drake Hotel, I've been in Chicago as a kid, so I'd seen it. I hadn't been in it. But anyway, they said that actually, at one point, that the Cobb salad originated in that restaurant in 1919. So I called up to Drake Hotel. They didn't know anything about it. Talked to somebody there who was 81 years old and knew everything about that place and the restaurant and all. And so even though the internet says it started there, we cannot find anything that says it was there.
Can't find anybody to verify it.
No, that's exactly right. And no written anything to verify it either.
Yes.
So we're going to go with the fact that the Derby restaurant, the Brown Derby restaurant in Los Angeles, California, or was it Hollywood? It might be Hollywood.
Excuse me, it was Hollywood. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
And so in
Hollywood being a suburb of Los Angeles.
That we can just now realize that the Cobb
Well,
salad
Hollywood's
was
a lot
there.
more fun than the other town anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true.
we'll talk about
but I was impressed with the kindness of Drake Hotel when I talked to them, because they helped me with the research, sent me to as many people as they could, and I thought that was really sweet. Such a big hotel would take the time to do that. So right here on the show, I'm going to say thank you, Drake Hotel. But now we're going to make a Cobb salad. And I have changed it to Southern Cobb salad because what I found out is just leftovers. So the leftovers in a California refrigerator would be totally different than the leftovers in a Southern refrigerator. Don't you think so?
I think so.
What I have regularly left over, and this recipe book has one version too, but that's not the one that was in the hotel, the Hollywood.
Correct.
Brown
Well,
Derby.
how did you change it, Mary Beth, to make it Southern style?
Bacon. He brought in the person that made the bacon. It was a special chef that did that when he was making up this plate for the owner, and so they cooked the bacon fresh. It wasn't left over. Okay. But on that one, they had chicken. They had baked chicken, actually, that was left over, and they chopped it up. They had tomatoes. They also had, they didn't have the black olives. They had blue cheese crumbles. And yeah, we really loved that too. But Clemson didn't have their blue cheese in the grocery stores, so we couldn't get any.
Sold out.
Yep. So anyway, and would you have eaten Clemson blue cheese, Mr. Georgia man?
No, I would not.
I didn't think so. So I didn't want to.
You could have told me it was from Georgia.
I had a big tiger paw on it. I think you would have noticed. But anyway, and the boiled eggs is part of it, and avocados was on the original one, and green onions. And so I think Vidalia onions would be great, but right now they're not in season, so I cannot get them. But I do have leftover black-eyed peas. I have tomatoes that I keep. These are organic. I also have organic boiled eggs. And we also have Springer Mountain chicken.
Springer Mountain Farms chicken. Thank you, and I hope y'all will buy Springer Mountain Farms chicken.
They know that it's the best.
Okay.
And you have just educated me on something else with it too. Can you explain the two things, the thing that's on the egg carton and the one with your chicken about the American Humane Society?
Yes, if you want me to. On
like
the egg carton, the name of that organization is Certified Humane, which is completely different from the American Humane Association. The American Humane Association, I'm not saying anything about Certified Humane is bad, but the American Humane Association is the very first people to come out with a certifying third-party program to certify that your animals are treated right. So American Humane Association, the AHA, and they are the oldest animal rights, child rights organization that there is in the United States. They started in the Civil War to take care of horses that remained in the war, and then to take care of orphan kids that the Civil War had produced because of their parents. And that's where it got started, and they started their farm animal program probably, I'd say, 16, 18 years ago. And they inspect us. They inspect without notice. They just come about every quarter or so and say, hello, I'm here, and y'all living up to our rules, and so far we've made 100%.
And that's why you won that award last year.
That's correct.
That's wonderful. So the other one is not as, it just...
I just know about the American Humane Society.
Okay, because I'd never seen that before either, and that's why I wondered about it before.
Well, good question.
But,
and that is completely off the wall. Right before we started, Mary Beth said, look at this. And I said, oh, okay, but that's not us. And she goes, oh, I didn't know we were going to talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm glad you explained it to us, because I didn't know the difference either.
Yes.
You know, so, because that's the first time I've ever seen that on a product. So, but now we're going to go back to the Cobb salad.
Cobb salad.
Now, Molly.
And what does Molly think about it?
This is what Molly's going to do. Molly's getting old enough now to cook some for her mama, aren't you? So
how old are you now, Molly?
10.
10,
yes,
okay.
And so you can make this salad for your mom for when she comes home, and for your brother. Your brother would like this too. And that's what I started doing when I was your age. I started cooking too, and it's fun, isn't it, Molly? So
and your brother's working on a farm.
Yeah, he is? What farm?
I really don't know. He has 3 different ones.
He has 3 different farms.
And Traveler's Rest.
And Traveler's Rest? That's wonderful, Molly. Well, you tell him I said hello, would you? And I'm sure Gus would say tell him hello too, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
that's right.
so
tell him
now,
be good to the chickens.
Oh, that's right. Now we need to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back, and Molly is going to fix us a Cobb salad meal. Thank you. Welcome back. Molly's going to help us do a Cobb salad here. Gus and I are going to help her, and she's going to be in charge.
I'm going to chop some eggs.
That's right. You are for us. The first Cobb salad was done in triangles on a plate. We had different things right here and then something in the center, which was avocados. But what we're going to do is do lines, because we've seen it that way too. But the original one was in triangles, and you can look it up on the internet. It's real pretty. But I think, and Gus thinks, and Molly, that it's easier if we do a line, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, but the first thing is they had lettuce. The one thing we added that's not original to the first is spinach. I really like spinach, so we have red leaf lettuce. They used romaine lettuce, and all different kinds of lettuces. So it doesn't matter. It's whatever you have left over in your refrigerator, and these are the two I always have left over in mine. So let's do the green leaf a little bit around here, and then we'll put spinach on top, okay? So we're going to do the whole plate right here.
Right here?
Yeah, let's just put it on like this. Here, we're going to cut them in half a little bit like that, and turn them out like that. How about that, Molly? Yeah, we'll take, if it's a hard stem, you want to tear that off a little bit. Okay,
You're using lettuce and
let's put some,
cabbage, right?
and spinach.
And spinach, excuse
Yes,
me,
sir.
lettuce and spinach.
Because I just love spinach.
Yeah,
I have that
spinach is
always
good.
in mine. And I'm always getting to the date. Wait a minute now. Let's don't put the spinach on it until we do that. You want to put this one down here so we kind of cover the whole plate? That's right. Now, why don't you put the spinach on top?
And I believe
just
all
put
the
it all
ingredients, the Springer Mountain Farms chicken, peas, lettuce, spinach, and the cheese, all purchased at Ingles. Is that correct?
Do that now. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. There you go. There, that's enough probably, so we have room
Ingles does a
for
real
our
good job,
chicken
Mary
here.
Beth.
Now, do your row of chicken.
Okay.
I wonder if this is too much. Go ahead and do a row of chicken down there.
Okay.
Good girl.
Molly's in 5th grade. By the time that she gets, I think, in about 8th grade, I hope they bring it back and she'll be teaching home economics.
That's right. Wouldn't it be wonderful?
They need to bring that back
They
in
do. They really
in the
do.
class.
But the home isn't the most in the world today. Home is not that important. It should be, though.
Yes, Sam, it should be. Well, they used to teach you how to cook and good food and safety practices and stuff like that in school. And they just
no,
don't
they
do
don't
it
do
anymore.
any of that
no.
anymore. So it's sad. Good, Molly. No, we
You're
won't
doing
have
good,
to use all
Molly.
that because we'll use some more, but you want to put a little more there? Okay, now let's go to the tomatoes, Molly. All right, you want to put see how the tomatoes are done? Why don't you just do that now?
Okay.
Let's pull a
A
little
little
bit
while
down
ago,
here.
Molly told me, she said, I love Springer Mountain Farms chicken. I said,
We're just
thank
gonna
you,
do a
Molly.
row. Okay, good girl. Now this is something your kids can do all the way down to 6 years old. You have the little bowls. These are great containers. Got these at Ingles, and they seal on real nice like the black eyed peas. So I
Yeah,
put my
those are
leftovers.
hefty, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's hefty. I
it's
like
hefty.
the lid lock on those too.
I really do.
Yeah.
I love it because it's blue, because blue is my favorite color, blue and yellow.
And I know that. I like
You
Springer
like that
Mountain
too?
Farms blue.
And that's why I like your bag. That's the reason I picked up your chicken, because I
is
like the
right.
color on the
The
bag.
color blue, that's right.
Okay, now Molly, do you want to grate the cheese so we can do cheese? And then Gus,
Yes, ma'am.
I think we're probably gonna
I've
let
I've just about got the egg cut
Okay,
here.
you
Sure
go
do.
ahead and grate that. This is, here, do it here so it won't fall. This is the Tupperware grater that comes off real easy, and we love this because I can clean it without scraping my knuckles. Do you remember it? Now, let's do it like this, Molly. Hold it up like that and do it down like that, okay? There you go, and hold that. See how easy that is? You're doing great, Molly. You're gonna make a great chef or cook. What would you like to be when you grow up, Molly?
I don't really know.
Don't really know. I wanted to be
Different things.
I wanted to be a mother and an interior decorator, and I ended up a mother and a teacher, and I love teaching.
You found your calling.
I did. I really did.
Well,
But I do move everything in my house around all the time. People laugh at me.
well, I like that though you're teaching Molly the basics of cooking when she's so young. I think Molly, I believe Molly said you were 10, correct?
Right, that's right,
In
yes.
the 5th grade, so that's the time to
Okay.
start learning, if not
That's
sooner.
enough, I think, now.
You're doing great though, Molly.
Now, Molly, all you have to do is set that right
Oh,
there.
that was
Put
so
that up
good.
there right there. Hold it and there, and just do it that way.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I want to tell y'all, too, I'll be having cooking classes for kids starting. They're painting and everything in my house right now. I actually couldn't find my clothes today for the shows. But, so we'll be having the cooking classes. I won't have to do it at other places now. And so if you have kids that want to learn how to cook, we'll be doing a lot of different cooking classes for
And
kids.
you hold this in your house?
Yeah, because I want them to see what it's like to cook in a home.
That is just great. And
I
how
love
many
it.
children do you have?
I can
that
have
participate?
6 to 8.
6 to 8?
Yes.
And is it a day-long session?
Now, it's usually kids can only handle about 2 hours.
Okay, about
So,
2 hours,
yes.
okay.
And I do women too. I have a 6. Oh, that's great, Molly. Now,
That
what's
does
the
look
next
pretty.
thing we need to do? We've got the cheese. We're not
I've got
using
some
the
egg
bacon.
over here.
Yep, that's right. So where does the egg
No,
go?
what, that's black-eyed peas, maybe?
Yes, put the egg right down here. That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna let Molly do that.
Molly, you can move this over here if you'd like,
So you can get to it a
sweetheart.
little
So
easier.
you can get to it. Go ahead. And
So right
always
here?
wash your hands before you do this. And Molly did, so I want y'all to know that. And Gus and I did too, didn't
Yes,
we, Gus?
you did. You can't.
Yes.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, it does. Sure does. Always remember to
You're doing great,
wash your
Molly.
hands.
That's right. Now, Molly, if you want to make that one a little bit thicker, and then we're going to have black eyed
Doing a
peas on
great
this
job,
side.
though, Molly.
She is. Now, in the summer, I would have Vidalia onion chopped up on this too. You're doing great,
And instead of
Molly.
our little cherry,
Now.
might have some homegrown tomatoes.
You want, these are just leftover black, that's right, homegrown, that's
Homegrown
right.
tomatoes, if it's in
They,
summertime.
Now, Molly, would you like, let me get you a little spoon, or you want to do that with your hands? You can do it with your hands. This is a hands-on,
Right here.
yep, please.
Hands-on salad.
Hands-on salad, that's right. This
And it's
is-
leftovers anyway,
That's
so
right.
what's ever left over after this leftover, it's going out
That's
the back,
right, that's right. But I think that a salad like this would not get thrown out. And it's fun for kids to make
Yes,
this.
it is. Let's
You
have
are
some
saving
other
on your leftovers. This is very economical. You're also teaching them to eat healthy. And the other thing is, moms, there's not much cleanup either. And that gets rid of, so you're not wasting your food. Now, Molly, I want you to make the salad dressing. They do have a Cobb salad dressing, which we're going to have up on the website. And you might, moms, you might want to really work with your kids to make that, because it's a little bit hard, but it's not real bad. And then, but the one I do is by Good Seasons. I've been having this since my mom was cooking. Zesty Italian. And y'all seen my bottle when I've brought it before. Now, Molly, I just need you to pour that in there. And on the back right here, it tells you the measurements. So we've got it all measured out. So, Molly, you want to pour that in? Well, I'm sorry. They say first, I'm sorry, to put the vinegar and water in. So here's your vinegar. And what size cup is that, Molly?
1/4.
That's right. Could you pour that in there? I'll hold this for you so it doesn't turn over. Gus, I always make my own homemade salad dressings because they're healthier that way.
They are healthier.
And they taste better on your chicken too that way. Here we go. So, you want to pour that in?
What is that, little water?
Water, that's right. And that's 3 tablespoons of water.
Okay.
Okay, and now olive oil. And this is really full. Now, what size cup is that?
1/2.
That's right. So if you have all this poured out, Molly, then it's easier to make it, okay? Now, the reason I didn't dump this at the beginning is because then when it starts to get wet, it'll stick around. So if you put it in last, the seasoning, then it won't stick to the bottom and you don't have a clumpy mess. you know?
Very good.
Go ahead.
So always make sure you put your solid mixture in last on top of the liquid mixture.
That's right. Okay.
Well, I always learn
Now.
something when I come and cook with you, and I learn
Thanks.
something on that.
Thanks,
I sure do.
Gus. I like researching fun things. Now, I didn't get that on right. Gus, can you get this on
Yes,
right
I'll
for
get
me,
that on
please?
right for you.
There.
There we go. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Molly, you want to shake it? Just hold it down with your finger like that and shake it, okay? There you go.
Oh, shake it, Molly.
hard,
Give it
Molly.
go.
Go at it.
There you go.
If you can play ball, you can shake that shaker, right?
That's right.
All right. That's right. Good girl. Let's see how it looks. There. Now, let me tell you something. Don't think there's something wrong with it when you put it in the refrigerator and it becomes a solid, because olive oil becomes a solid. And all you have to do is about 10 or 15 minutes before you eat, you need to take it out and set it on the counter so that it'll be okay, all right? And then you can shake it. Now, if you don't have that much time, I take a bowl of hot water, not too hot, but kind of hot. I set it down
You
in
set
there.
it down in the.
And then it'll soften up. Okay, that's great, Molly. Now, this is our Cobb salad. And
Southern
this-
style.
Southern style, that's right, Gus. It's out of Miss O's refrigerator leftovers, okay? And you can buy these shakers at Ingles too, just like you can buy these too that put it up. So whenever you have leftovers from a meal, have enough of these so you can put it in there and you can have any kind of Cobb salad. You could do this with anything, but always make sure you have Sparrow Mountain chicken on it.
Thank you.
And that was the original for chicken. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We want to introduce some friends of ours here. And so, Gus,
Thank you, Mary Beth. And Gus Herondale with Sparrow Mountain Farms. I have one of my heroes, one of the best guitar pickers, banjo pickers that there is. in bluegrass music is Mr. R.C. Harris right here and his wife Carolyn. And they happen to be Molly's grandparents. And I was just so thrilled today when R.C. was here. And I said, you are one of my heroes. I'm so glad to see you. And lo and behold, turned out to be Molly's grandparents. They'd heard me talking about that. So I'm just so glad to see you. And thank you for being here with us to cook our Cobb salad. And with that, Mary Beth, close her out.
We want to thank you for watching Cooking with Miss O all the time. We really appreciate it. And Molly has been the first of our kids on here. And so she has helped us also with the cupcakes for the states, haven't you, Molly? We did Georgia with you, right? Mm-hmm. And we want to thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, real quick, R.C. has, he's going to come back and cook his barbecue sauce with us later on in another show. So make sure that you watch for R.C. Harris Cooking on Miss O.
Don't miss that.
And we want to tell you too, when you do the salad, you can make smaller plates or you can have dinner plates like this. All you have to do is shake your shaker and just pour it over the top, and that's your salad. Gus, you want to try and do that for us while we're going out? Thanks so much for watching, y'all. And we're going to do the salad thing. Just there.
All right. Oh, looking good, Mary Beth.
That looks great, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Thank you so much, Gus.
Thank you all. And thank you, R.C.
Thank you. It's good to be
Thank you.
here.
Yes, sir. Look forward to seeing you again.
Pleasure.
Molly, you did a great job. Thanks so much.
As always, Molly.
Yes.